2025 is here. At the beginning of the year, one of the major issues that we look at is what is going to affect us. And a major part of mental health nowadays in Kenya and in the world is what are the major stressors or the major aspects that will influence our lives in the year 2025. Welcome. Let us look at some of the major aspects that will influence our lives now and in the year 2025. One of the first things that will influence our lives is the economy. Money and finances, they are a major component. In fact, many people are asking themselves, what happens to money? What happens to where we are going from here? Another major aspect that is going to influence us is the continued effect of COVID. COVID-19 continues to have a lot of influence in the world in particular, especially in the in low income and the middle income countries. So it's going to continue to affect us, and we're going to ask ourselves, what are some of the things that we can do about it? Another major aspect of our lives is violence. There's going to be a lot of violence arising out of so many aspects. This includes wars. Look at the war in Ukraine, in Russia. Look at the war in Gaza between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Look at the war in Congo, in the Sudan, Syria. So there will be several wars, and it is imperative for us to start accepting that these are part of our world. There's also the violence happening, including in homes, femicide, so many aspects of people dying by suicide. There will also be accidents on the roads and everywhere. Why? People are more stressed. They are trying to find a way into their lives. They are trying to capture aspects of their lives as fast as they can in a fast-moving world. There will be issues of family and family relationships. People want to find out what happens to my family. How can I start a family? How does family affect me? What about relationships? We'll be having Valentine around the corner in February. We'll be having many aspects, people getting married and all that. And unfortunately, because of such a fast-moving world, there are so many aspects in our relationships that are affecting us. Relationships not doing so well as they should, but that's really not where we should be looking at it, because we should be more optimistic about life. But there are several aspects of our lives that we need to cope with. We need to understand ourselves more. We need to understand each other more. We need to accommodate each other more, even as friends. There will be other aspects about work and career. One of the major aspects we'll be asking is, which careers? In a fast-moving technological world, many people are asking which careers will be thriving now and in future. Very, very important. We'll be asking ourselves, where do I go from here? Which career can I do? What kind of special skills do I need so that I can do better in this fast-moving world? Now, another aspect that will be affecting us is our health. Health is a major component, and that's why we've begun with mental health. Mental health is very important, our physical health. Lifestyle and living. There'll be other aspects like cancer. Cancer continues to be a major aspect of life and living. And we need to ask ourselves, how can we live more fulfilling, contented lives? There'll be other concerns like our needs. What do we need? What is need? What is a want? There'll be financial needs. There'll be relationship needs. There'll be social needs. So we are really asking ourselves, what do I need? How can I cope with my needs and my wants and balance them in a very balanced way? So a major aspect to know this will be the future of every one of us. We'll be asking ourselves, amidst all this, where do I come in? You'll be trying to ask yourself as you sit there, as a person, where do I fall in this world? Where do I fall in as a career? Where do I fall in as a person, as a family member, as a student, as a child, and where do they fall in? There will be other issues, and one of the major issues affecting the world is social media. The social media and the internet continues to be a part of us. What can we do about the social media? The internet, the YouTube. The most people are asking, even in the digital world, where does all this fit in our environment? Will we travel more? Will we travel less? Are we going to be where we were last year? What is new in the technological world? And a major part of it is we need, especially because of our mental health, to simply sometimes turn off the social media. You need to take a deep breath. You need a break. You need to be outside there in the sunshine. You need to take a walk. You need to do a bit of exercises out there. You need to climb back a small hill or mountain. You need to look at the flowers, the trees, and the environment. You need to express yourself out there so that you can be part of the world. So social media is going to be a major aspect with so many influences in our world. Now, what do we do about the epidemics, like the COVID, the continuing aspect of other illnesses like cancer, HIV and AIDS, earthquakes and other natural disasters, fires and all, and all that? They will affect us, and this aspect influence our stress levels, so that if you're not careful, they can overwhelm us, and already we have enough going on in our world. Now, let's look at two more things before we finish, like the future. When you think about the future and maybe saw this, many people say, is life not so much challenging? Right from finances to economics to the world, to the health, to the wars, to the violence. I mean, it's important for each of us to remember that you are a child of the universe and you have a part in this world. So you need to fit in this world. You need to find yourself in this world. And most of all, you need to ask yourself, where do I fall into all this? So that when you ask yourself several things, you need to ask yourself, like, what about my personal safety? What about my future? What about, where do I take care of my personal safety? Do I know where I am? Am I taking care of my health? Am I taking care of my psychological, mental, and emotional well-being? To what extent is this a part of my life? What is my lifestyle? That is the essence of starting the year at a high note, by asking yourself very critical questions about your life. Now, let's quickly then ask yourself, where do you go from here? One, identify the source of your stress. What is stressing you? Is it your security? Is it your job? Is it your career? Is it your family? Is it your relationship? Why is it important? What stress coping mechanisms can I adapt? Taking a lot of water, fruits, a healthy diet, doing exercises every day, taking a walk, okay? Look at nature, look at the trees, look at the flowers, look at the moon, look at the stars, look at the sun setting, the sun rising, and then enjoying that deep breath. Smiling to yourself, feeling good about yourself. Stress coping mechanisms. Limit your main stress if you can. Like, don't take too many unnecessary risks. Like, if it is a career, ask yourself, which new skills can I get? So that you can limit your stress, so that you are not as stressed. Manage your finances. How do you manage your finances? Two ways. Ask yourself, what do I need and what do I want? Now, what do you need? What do you want? What do I need? What do I want? So that I need the following. I need to be in good health. I need to meet my finances. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why you can take a piece of paper for yourself and then make a few notes. Ask yourself, what do I need? What do I want? How can I settle my debt? Remember, you must continuously settle your debt. You must have a paper and ask yourself, how am I doing? Then you balance the two. Okay? And when you are at it, also you can do other things, like take a tick. Look after your health. I'm looking after myself physically, psychologically, mentally. I'm looking after my finances. I'm settling my needs. I'm not so much on the social media. So that sometimes you can even unfollow social media. In fact, one of the major things we are telling people is that too much saturation with the social media and too much information can bombard you until it makes you uncomfortable. So do this with a list. Focus on what you can control. This one I can control. This one on this column I can't control. This one I'm doing very well. This one I can limit. That allows you to move on. There are many other aspects that you can do, and you can look at 10 of them. You may not control COVID. We may not be able to control so many epidemics in the world, the earthquakes. We may not control what time the sun sets, rises in the morning, but we can certainly organize our day and the time. So you can look at what you can control. And that's why you need to have 10 things on your own. And I can tell you to write them down. 1, what do you consume, including on the social media? Healthy diet, nutrition, exercises, hobbies, nature walk, prayer and meditation, loving your family and living with your family, settling your debts, and your loans and your projects, and then adopting a very healthy lifestyle. This includes seeing a doctor when you need, taking medicine only when you need it, avoid alcohol, smoking, gambling, pornography, okay? And most of all, learn to take a break and advice. And if you can, whenever you can get someone who can give you very good advice, let them advise you. Let them tell you what to do and learn what you can let go. So that even when you see yourself, you rise up to the sun, you rise up to the skies, and you say to yourself, this is my life. I want to live a meaningful, purposeful life. I want to find myself contented. And even the year 2025 and every other year, it will be successful because you'll be happy, you'll be contented, you have a meaning and a purpose in your life, and most of all, you set out to do it and do it well.